My family tried to steal my money. I'm getting them arrested. Part 4. Are we ready for this final installment?
Put me out of my effing misery, John.
So let's get into the part 3 TLDR to catch you guys up. Opie's family rebuilds relationships with relatives. CoddleMum faces difficult time after her divorce and rejection of her daughters. Entitled cousin and Blabbermouth are sentenced to prison for their criminal actions. Baby Blabber has been attempting various tactics to secure money for his college education. Later, he was given a job by his father. Steve, CoddleMum's ex, and his daughters keep me updated as they can in case CoddleMum decides that I'm being moved upward on her priority list.
Oh, gosh.
The house has been sold and the divorce has been finalized. They were forced to sell the house in the divorce. Since then, they had renovated the house not long ago. People were very interested and they found a buyer pretty quickly. CoddleMum and her ex, Steve, are now officially no longer tied to one another. Let's go. LFG's in the chat. She walked away with a nice sum and had until the 15th of June to get her things out of the house and find herself a new place to live.
That sounds pretty easy.
See, it sounds easy, but remember in part 2 or 3, she went around to all of her kids, all of her other family members and said, hey, pay for me. What did everyone say, Riley?
No!
They said no.
She even went to Wonder Woman
Even
and
Wonder Woman.
asked.
She shut that down.
I think anything easy for this family is just
The hardest thing to do.
The hardest thing for them to understand that it's easy.
Oh, I should be doing the opposite of this.
Yeah. Hey, I have tons of money. I can't rent my own apartment. That's crazy. How can I do that? Sign a piece of paper? Oh my God, that's the worst thing ever. Someone else's sign apartment. By the way, this comes from Brenner account 909-876 on r/entitledpeople. So Steve, again, CoddleMum's ex, had been looking for an apartment since the start of the divorce proceedings and found one. It's quite close to his daughters and their families. He moved in as soon as he could. But on to CoddleMum. I don't have everything clear as my inside informants are not close to her anymore. So some details about what happened might be vague because of this. But CoddleMum agreed on the sale as she got a very nice sum of money. She also seemed to realize that if she did anything now, she would get herself in deep trouble. See, CoddleMum she's using her noodle.
Some senses here?
She's getting sense and sense.
Is she using one of her brain cells?
I think she might be. Might even have 2 to rub together at this point.
What?
Yet, this wouldn't be CoddleMum, Empress of Entitlement, if something weren't to happen, okay? She has a whopping 5 weeks at this moment left to find alternative housing, okay? The buyers offered extra money if they move. Seems all great. She and Steve gladly accepted to this. Her friends have come with some suggestions. She has friends, my God, offering her their homes, and one even managed to find a good apartment for CoddleMum.
Don't offer your home to this woman.
Don't run away. Run away.
Apartment, sure. Not your home.
Change your number, getting a restraining order. Do whatever you can. Run away. CoddleMum even went to look at it, but rejected the offer. I've seen the pictures as her daughter texted them to me. The price was affordable. It was a good neighborhood, nice neighbors as far as I could tell. No major nor minor problems to the apartment itself. It even had the possibility for in-home care. Seems like a dream to me. CoddleMum. Of course she said no, guys.
Oh my freaking
Of course she said she had to say no.
Like I said, easy isn't in their vocabulary.
It's too easy.
They want a challenge.
They want a challenge that has to be at someone else's expense.
They want the odds against them. Extremely.
I need an insurmountable challenge to be able to drain your bank account.
Yeah. There's video game that they're playing is on like extra hard mode.
Yeah.
Impossible mode.
And they don't even know how to play the game.
They're like, what's a switch?
Yeah, and they're playing it with an upside down controller.
It's inverted.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad, dude. Why would you reject such nice offers? Well, because CoddleMum was still hell-bent on living with one of her daughters. Remember all of the daughters who rejected her in previous parts of the series.
Wait.
For free, of course.
Oh my freaking...
For free, of course.
Didn't she want that though?
And this woman doesn't have a job too, right?
No.
Of course
my
not.
God.
Of course not.
No.
Okay, of course.
Yeah. So we know this because her tactic was to wait till the last moment, right, to spring this crap onto her daughters. We're all seeing what she's doing here now. CoddleMum went to daughter one's house and told her if that the first week of June would be perfect for her to move in with them. Absolutely perfect, right? Daughter one asked her if she had lost her mind because she isn't moving in with them. CoddleMum again spouted some things about taking care of your elderly mother is your duty. You owe me this. I paid for your upbringing and you should pay me back.
Oh, there it goes.
Gosh.
There she is again with the you owe me.
So, daughter one told me that she used some not so nice words to make it clear that what she thought and slammed the door before Coddled Mother could say anything else. I like that.
Oh, man. I love that. Wonder Woman also did that to her. She was like, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, before you can start, Awesome speech. Boom.
So to make sure that CoddleMum got the message, she sent a text, email, and priority letter that requires signature for proof of delivery, telling CoddleMum that she is not welcome to live at their place and that she will be trespassed if she shows up.
Oh my freaking God.
We call the police.
Easy.
Sorry, Mom, I gotta get you arrested.
That's the only thing you can do
Dude,
with this family right
All
now.
I can do is arrest you, Mom. Literally, that's
He still hasn't blinked.
the only language they know is jail.
Jail. Jail time.
All right.
You are guilty.
The locks were also changed just for good measure.
Thank God.
CoddleMum went on to another daughter. We have more. She called daughter number 2 and told her, not asked, that she would move in with them in the first week of June. Right?
Love the first week of June.
Love the first. Hey, did you know it's the perfect week for CoddleMum to move in?
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that? It's
Oh,
crazy.
yeah. She's not the only one.
It's like the best for her schedule,
She's
right?
like this wolf. Remember the wolf with the pigs? The wolf goes to every house and he's like blowing down the houses. That's what she's doing. But
He
each
huffed and
house
he
she
puffed.
calls is a brick house and she can't blow it down.
She huffed and she puffed, and she can't steal any of her daughter's money or homes.
Or homes or rooms or whatever.
Dude.
I'm just so upset. I'm beyond like done with this
Oh
woman.
my God, dude.
Put her in a psych ward. Somebody.
I'm just glad that we got another animal analogy story from Riley in this series. We're 3 for 3 today. Daughter number 2 told her, heck no, not happening, and did the same as her elder sister. But once again, her entitlement. She didn't take no for an answer and showed up anyways. First, at daughter number 1's house, where she was met with a locked door, and daughter number 1 and her husband shouting from the window to leave or the police would be called, so she left.
And she huffed and she puffed and she got the police called on her.
Exactly. Daughter number 2 was called by her sister about what happened. Daughter number 2 locked her house as well. As soon as her mother showed up, she did call the police.
Nice. LFG.
CoddleMum noticed it and quickly left. Now her time is running out. Because remember, her whole strategy was, I'll wait till the last minute to force them, to guilt them into getting me to stay with them, right?
She had 5 weeks and she waited till the last week. To
The
do
clock
this.
is run down, right? Her strategy is now biting her in the butt. Okay? This is what you get when you wait till the last minute to find new living arrangements. You see, coddled mother tried her friends. One apparently obliged.
Worst decision of your freaking life, friend. You don't even know what you've done to yourself. You gave her an inch and she's gonna take it for 5 fucking miles and drag you for 10 more. You're gonna end up in the fucking Antarctica. Oh my God. I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm crashing out, John.
He's crashing out. So there was a catch, though.
This doesn't matter. This is
The catch doesn't
senseless.
matter. So the friend was apparently in the process of moving and would only have the house for another 2 to 3 months, right? The friend, she didn't mind hosting CoddleMum for 2 months tops so she could find alternative housing, right? However, CoddleMum would need to sign a form to make sure that she would move out after 2 months, right?
Okay, go sign it. Please sign it so you can go to jail faster.
CoddleMum didn't like that.
Of course she did it.
She didn't like
Of course she
Guys,
did
she didn't
it.
like it. She didn't like it. And she still showed up to her friend's house with some of her belongings. Friend had heard from coddled mom shenanigans and didn't let her in unless she signed the form.
That is still stupid that you know that this is happening and you're like, oh, you still have to sign it. That's not going to do anything.
At a minimum, at least she didn't open the door. At least she's holding her out, which, next sentence, coddled mom refused, so her friend didn't let her stay.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Thank
that was
freaking
a
God.
that was a
You
close
dodged
call.
a missile, a nuke.
A nuke.
God.
But coddled mom didn't leave her friend's house quietly.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
That would be too easy.
That would
Again,
be-
Yeah, we
Keon,
choose
that'd be
hard
too easy.
mode. They stay hard
We're on
with every
insanity-
decision of their effing lives.
We're on insanity mode, okay? She was heard going on about, I thought I would get to live here. I didn't think you wouldn't let me stay. I thought we were friends. She then tried her daughters again with no luck and a stern warning from some police officers.
Let's go, lads in blue, actually doing something for good.
they're the lads in black.
What?
I think they're British.
They said she's referred to them as lads in blue.
That's
Okay.
true. She
Yeah.
said that. in the
Yeah,
story.
read.
Okay.
You should read this story.
I'm catching up, but
Okay.
a lot of people said
Good
they were
job.
British.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
Who do we think Coddle Bomb calls next?
Wonder Woman.
It's a good guess.
OP.
Steve. Steve.
Steve?
Then she called Steve, who told her that this was a problem she had created for herself. He offered no assistance. He told her
Okay.
that she wasn't his responsibility or anything else anymore. She even tried Steve's family members, who also refused.
Dude,
Just go to the next family, right? Just go to the next family,
What
the
the
next
heck?
family.
Thank God Steve was like, no.
By the end of the week, she's going to be on her third cousin's 4 times removed lawn with all of her belongings. Like, but I thought we were family. You have to do it for family.
It sounds like if she even got a castle, she's like, no, there's a catch.
Yeah,
there's
dude,
a-
everything's
It's
a
my
catch at this
castle
moment.
now.
Yeah, right.
Golly.
You owe it to me.
Do you know what I did for you? Everything. Now she's at the point that the transfer was done and she had a home no longer. I know that she managed to find an Airbnb, but no real apartment yet. So this is the story of how CoddleMum burned the bridges she has in her life, what few bridges she had left.
Oh my gosh. She has no brain cells.
No brain cells.
Of course.
Next update is about the family.
Okay.
Do we think just big picture, good or bad? The family, but hear me out. The family had been going in a better direction.
Yeah. It's just everyone's life around them, all the other stupid family members around them are now just going deeper into the hole that I didn't know could be dug deep already.
I don't know that they're gonna go all the way to Angel or anything, but I think it'll slowly, baby steps, get a little better with the family.
Oh, with like the immediate family?
Not the immediate,
Like mother-in-law?
Remember how she was like getting back in contact with the cousins, the mob, the family mob that showed up like back in the first. Yeah.
The like extended family.
Yeah, the extended family. Yeah.
The beggars.
The beggars.
I don't know,
Good or
dude.
bad?
I think it's gonna be neutral. I
Neutral.
think they themselves are gonna be better, but OP's still gonna
Keep the
be
wall
at
up.
an arm's length. Like,
That's a good point.
don't get too close, not giving you anything else, and they're still gonna try to find ways to get money from OP. Of course, that was their prerogative from the first, and they're not gonna stop.
Update on the family. I got messages from people asking for an update on my family, and especially mother-in-law.
Oh yeah,
Right? Because she had seemed to be on the mend, but did she fully come all the way back
She was
around?
on the mend, but as soon as her daughter got put on trial, she probably went backwards, went into a spiral.
Right? Husband and the children are doing better. Therapy has helped a lot. They understand that some things are out of their control. They don't feel as helpless anymore and are in a better place now mentally. We have been training with our own dog a lot, which gives the children a lot of confidence as well. Our relationship with mother-in-law is so-so. The trial has taken an immense toll on her. She finally realized what her actions did and meant to us. Even though she has gone to therapy, the reality of how Blabbermouth is as a person never really sunk in. That reality came crashing down.
Okay, she's starting to realize how bad her daughter is.
Blabbermouth danged herself in the eyes of her mother. Mother-in-law has always downplayed what Blabbermouth said about / to me and did since the start of my relationship with husband. She didn't really believe that Blabbermouth meant the things that she said over the years. The most shocking thing Blabbermouth said wasn't even in court. It was during a visit from mother-in-law in jail where Blabbermouth was residing. As she does. She told her mother that I was always overreacting, that family shares, that I and the children should just shut up, don't complain, and just do as she said. She said I should have divorced husband years ago, but since I was the one who brought in more money, I should be a good family member and share. She wouldn't be in this situation if I would have done what she wanted.
And what she wanted was a $35,000 vacation.
That's what she wanted.
That's it.
She said it's cheap, it's
Come
easy,
on.
simple. You've you paid for all 5 of my children's college funds, but that's nowhere near enough.
Where's my college
Yeah,
fund?
where's my
Sorry.
My college fund.
Fun. Yeah. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Tipped it.
Genius producers alert?
Let's go.
That no harm would have come to me if I had simply done what she had told me to. It was because of me that she was in jail. That she, Blabbermouth, had to show me that she was the one who decided what I should do with the money, as she is older than I and knew what is best for the family. I roll. Sure, Blabbermouth, as what? The most spoiled of them all?
Ooh.
Talk that talk, OP. She told mother-in-law that I wasn't worthy to be part of the family to begin with. I had my use, but if I didn't just part with my money, it would be better if I and my children, not husbands, but mine alone in her mind, were no longer part of the family.
Oh my gosh. What kind of friends have you made in jail? Oh, you made yourself a friend in jail and you talked to yourself in a corner in your jail cell, and this is what you came up with.
Opie's best friend is her sitting in her jail like, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Opie's evil. Opie's real evil, and I should have just got all the money. Yeah. If she'd given the money, none of this ever would happen, and I'll be good.
That is the most accurate thing. I agree.
The way my poor mother-in-law interpreted that last remark is that her own daughter wished unaliving on her grandchildren and their mother. She told us so. My mother-in-law has the greatest of hearts, but it sometimes misses the innuendo in things that are being said and done. Now, I personally don't believe that Blabbermouth wishes for my existence to end. She knows full well that while hubby earns well, it's the money that I bring in my investments that have given us the nice nest egg and possibility to help her and her family. She is entitled, very entitled. Is she stupid? Why, yes, but not to this degree. Because if Opie's gone, where is she going to, who is she going to harass for more money? That's the kicker here, ladies and gentlemen. She has expressed many times that husband should have divorced me and has always tried to sabotage and even end our relationship. Of course. Why would I let you be happy?
Of course. Yeah, no,
give me all your
never.
money and suffer. But never my life. I also know for a fact that when the suggestion arose that she could be indicted for attempted manslaughter after entitled cousin's attack on me, she got scared. She wanted me compliant, not deceased. She knows that her brother, my husband, places me and my children on a pedestal, and by hurting me to this point, she has damaged their sibling relationship beyond repair. He has shown his anger towards her because of her actions against us. What would have happened if she was found to be responsible for my passing away? Blabbermouth had his respect for her as a sister. She has lost that utterly. He doesn't care what happens to her anymore. He's completely disowned her. But this isn't the only thing. Her own mother thought that Blabbermouth wished for me to be deceased, that my children to be deceased. We explained the above mentioned to her. We told mother-in-law that we knew all the things we have done for Blabbermouth and her family and for others as well. Mother-in-law didn't seem to hear us, understand, or be willing to understand. Mother-in-law now saw what her daughter had put me through.
About freaking time.
I thought we were already here, though. Am I wrong?
We were here, and then she
we
got
lost
put
it.
on trial.
Yeah.
She got
We went
sad,
back.
and then she was like, no, don't put her. I don't want to see my baby go away. She's now talking to her baby that is in jail, and is like, oh my gosh, the monster that is here.
Maybe I take back my prediction that mother-in-law will come all the way back around, because it seems like mother-in-law is just swayed by whoever she's like.
I think she made good progress till the trial. She spiraled.
Yep.
She's going to come back. She has realized who this person actually is, and she's going to come back. She's going to be really sorry. She's going to come back.
Or maybe, just maybe, she believes the one in jail and is like trying to finesse, like they're working together.
That's a wild conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
From a wild boy.
I mean, this entire story's wild. So
That
you
is
know
true.
what?
Crazier
That is
has
true.
happened in this story.
I
Blabbermouth-
couldn't put it past her.
Blabbermouth did try to get the brother-in-law to do her bidding for her.
So might as well put in.
Might as well try to put in the work for the mother-in-law.
Mother-in-law might be like trying to like, all right, let's do different tactic here. You go over there and try and get in.
It could be.
I hope
We'll
not.
see, dude.
But
Well,
we'll see.
John, I want to stop real quick the story because I got to get something off my arms and chest.
Oh.
I have lumps.
Oh no. The lovely kind?
A little less lovely.
Little
I don't
less
know. You
lovely.
could touch one
Oh.
if you want. It's kind of lovely. Here,
Let me
feel
sample
that, feel
this.
that.
Right there?
Touch it. Right there.
Oh wow.
That is a lump.
I don't want to body shame, but I don't know if that's very lovely.
How dare you? Well, I was concerned. I'm like, am I dying? Turns out through some research through one of our favorite sponsors, I found out I am in fact not dying. It's a little thing called a lipoma.
Okay.
And it's just a fatty deposit. It's kind of like a boob, honestly, but on my arm.
A little arm boob never hurt anyone.
Honestly, I look at it and I'm a little turned on every day.
Wow. But wait a second, Sam. Where did you go to find the solution again?
ZocDoc!
That's right. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare highly rated in-network doctors near you.
And instantly book appointments with them online.
And y'all, these docs have verified reviews from real, actual patients.
We're talking about booking appointments with tens of thousands of top-rated, patient-reviewed, credible doctors and specialists.
And you can filter for ones that take your insurance.
And basically treat you for any condition you're searching for.
And the typical wait time, Sam, to see a doctor booked on ZocDoc is just between 24 and 72 hours.
Sometimes, John, even the same day.
You're joking.
I'm not joking.
Guys, I use ZocDoc. We use ZocDoc. You should use ZocDoc too.
Go to ZocDoc.com/OKOP and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today.
That's ZocDoc.com/OKOP, ZocDoc.com/OKOP. Let's get back to the show. Mother-in-law now saw what her daughter had put me through. All those comments, all those Snyder marks, all of those digs, all the things she had done to slyly undermine me. Mother-in-law always excused those things. Now she understands what her daughter had done. She understands the severity of her daughter's actions to make me compliant to her will, endangering my health and even my life, inflicting trauma onto my children. As long as my husband's will was broken and her demands would be fulfilled, it didn't matter to her. The change in mother-in-law was immense, and it left her broken. She no longer saw her daughter only as a loving mother, but also as entitled and the woman she is, and the consequences of her own actions. Mother-in-law has been apologizing so much, she's been crying a lot.
Oh,
She is kind of coming around.
she's definitely coming around.
We look at mother-in-law with a mixture of sadness and relief. Blabbermouth no longer has an ally in her mother. Blabbermouth's children, especially the two oldest, bluntly told mother-in-law that they were glad mother-in-law finally came to that conclusion. Yeah, when her own children are telling you, hey, it's a good thing that you're not listening to her anymore. Like, come on. They were sick and tired of mother-in-law's rug sweeping. They are not angry with her. Mother-in-law is not confrontational. When there are confrontations, she would rather ignore it and pretend all is well. Mother-in-law continues with therapy. She has a long way to go.
I was curious if she was still going to therapy.
Yeah,
or not.
so still going to therapy. But to OP's last sentence, it sounds like, yeah, she's improving, but this is a long road.
And I guess they stopped doing family sessions because for a little bit, the mother-in-law initiated family sessions.
I think you're right. Yeah, it sounds like maybe they stopped that.
Yeah,
So.
and I don't think she's going to be able to do that for a while.
Yeah, it sounds like, which kind of makes sense. Like this isn't like a straight, clean path. It's a bumpy road.
Yeah.
A lot of ups and downs, all of that stuff. The rest of the family is quiet. They haven't asked for money. They didn't ask for budgeting advice and such. We are civil but cordial with those who went against us. So we have an update coming up. How are we feeling, gentlemen? Talk to me.
I'm disappointed in the mother-in-law. I thought she'd see clearly now that the rain is gone.
She should be all the way back around at this point, but she kept flip-flopping. Like, just see reason.
Yeah.
Like
It's
I
not
said,
that hard.
Like, oh, it's very easy, but they don't take easy as a word in their vocabulary.
Her Blabbermouth's own children are like, no, she sucks.
Yeah.
Why are you still like on her side?
We also haven't heard a lot from Entitled Cousin much. Sorry, just thinking about Entitled
That's a
Cousin.
good point. That's a good
I
point.
think
hasn't Entitled Cousin lost everything though at this point?
Oh,
Like,
never mind.
Yeah.
Well, he
he's lost
has.
everything. My bad.
But has that stopped any of them from
Reaching out.
being crazy before?
this
No.
literally does feel like a Batman thing where like they're all different villains.
This has to be like a movie or something.
It
or a
has to
book.
be.
Like it probably is real, and I hope that this isn't real because this is crazy. But it sounds like someone stripped a TV series and just like
Condensed it.
condensed it
Yeah.
and made it this.
into a
They didn't fluff
fat
it up.
There's
Reddit
just
They're
story.
so
like-
many plot lines, and OP, I'm so freaking sorry
Yeah.
that you went through all of this, and you're going into so much detail on how everyone's feeling, and we're getting the mother-in-law's perspective, the Wonder Woman's perspective, your own perspective, multiple characters' perspectives. This is a movie. Well, wow, you can make a book. Please make a book out of this.
Yeah.
You guys probably have said it that money drives people crazy.
Yeah.
We haven't said that.
Oh, well, sometimes money drives people crazy.
Talk about it.
We've seen it, especially this amount of money. If it's like $20, $20 is $20, but 20 million?
Ooh.
Ooh.
And look, we
Yep.
still
You
don't
want a
know.
piece of that pie.
All we know is that OP was comfortably able to fund, or was planning to, was like
Fund
ready to
5.
fund 5 kids' college tuition.
Paid off a mortgage.
And probably have enough left over in each of those to pay off down payments for a mortgage, and that
And
wasn't
also-
a strain.
And
on
also
OP.
paid off Blabbermouth's and brother-in-law's mortgage.
Yeah.
Let's do some math real quick. Can we hear?
Yeah, let's do it.
Quick maths.
Try ChatGPT. Oh, give me a freaking number. Okay. The median home price in the United States is around $400,000.
Whoo, your boy's on it. So now we're at over $500,000, $575,000, right? That's what OP estimated was going to spend on all 5 of these children, right? OP was ready to do it, had the money at the beginning, had set the money aside already.
Paid off another mortgage. We'll say
Oh, paid off another mortgage. You're right.
Yeah,
Another
yeah.
400. So plus 400 there. Or let's say it was half the mortgage, right?
half.
15 years. That's 775. Guys, we're at a $750,000
Right here. Just for family.
Just
a lot
for
of
family.
moolah.
And that number, may I remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that number was not a financial strain for OP.
And this is how much the sister wanted her to pay because I just added on the $35,000 vacay.
Smart man. We're now at $810,000.
That's what they wanted. And she was willing to give
She was willing to give all $810,000.
$775,000. But she wanted 800 grand.
But she wanted 810.
This is like the loose ballpark here.
This is, guys,
ballpark.
we're, as you can see, we're just trying to get the roughest napkin math possible. But even $500,000. Let's say we're off by 300. Even $500,000, absolutely crazy. Absolutely nuts. So, ladies and gentlemen, that just shows you, A, what Opie's got, and then B,
How
crazy
entitled
it is
this
all.
effing family
How
is.
entitled this effing family is. So,
Golly.
guys, update, some wonderful news. A very good friend of mine, Jake, fake name. Wow, another new character. We thought we were done getting new
Write it
characters.
down, Riley.
Write it down. Showed up at my door with his great love as a surprise.
Great
He's
love?
trying to marry her?
Oh
Uh-oh.
my gosh. Jake and Love.
They are getting married this summer, and I get to be the best woman. Husband is best man. Eldest and youngest are the ring bearers, and my daughters get to be flower maiden. They thought that girl didn't apply as she's a teenager. Lol. Okay, so that was a small update. So that was our good news. Our good news is
Thank
over.
goodness.
Our good news is done.
I hate that your good news is so short. It's like 2 sentences long.
Oh my God. Let's get into this next update. Some more mama drama. Trigger warning, terminal illness, death, and abuse. As of now, me and my family are in Australia. Jake and his fiance came to visit us a couple of months ago to tell us in person that they are tying the knot. We have traveled with them as the fiance's surviving parent is unable to travel due to a terminal illness. Our lawyer friend is Jake's older brother. Jake is the lawyer friend's brother, dude.
What a small world.
Wait, what is this guy?
Okay, so basically this is OP's lawyer's brother, and he and his family came as well. Now, the last time I posted, Jake and his fiance came to tell us some wonderful news. Since we had a spare bedroom, they stayed over. Alas, their stay was not without problems.
What? No.
Oh no,
No,
dude.
no. Please not with them. Please.
Please.
Jake, give OP a fucking break. Please. Why? Don't just stop. Just stop meeting people. Stop.
Just lock yourself in a cave and never
God.
come out again.
Aren't your
OP.
neighbors enough? Why
Right,
do you
yeah.
need more friends, OP?
Yeah, just stick to the neighbors. To explain all the events of the present, I need to tell you about the history between me and Jake.
Please do.
Dude, this is crazy.
God.
So Jake and I go back 30 years. We met during a birthday party, and since we had similar interests and personalities, we clicked on a platonic level. Instinctively, I knew that he didn't have a thing for women. He confirmed that later. Here we are.
Dude. Oh, sorry. I just assumed Jake's fiance was a woman.
Oh, yeah.
Women.
Yeah. Oh, me too. Coming out like it happens nowadays wasn't a thing, as it sometimes opened the gates for discrimination and acts of violence. To keep a long story short, Jake helped me get out of a mentally and emotionally abusive relationship. My ex isolated me from my family entirely. Jake managed to get me out. Perhaps you avid readers can now see why I put up with family's crap for so long. Jake and I were friends for 3-ish years to this point. Now, after the breakup with the ex, I visited Jake regularly. I knew his parents as Jake still lived there. 2 years after the breakup, I met husband. Husband and Jake also became good friends. Husband had his own apartment that I moved into 2 years into the relationship, shortly after we got into the financial difficulties I mentioned earlier. So the breakdown of the relationship between Jake and his parents. Now, Jake has always been gay. Never had a girlfriend, and he had something about him that just said, you fall for men. However, openly telling people that you were so was not a thing. Mind you guys, remember, this was 30 years ago. That started, right?
This was 1990s.
1994.
1994.
Yep. Not when I was born. Don't even think about it.
Yep.
So,
Because he was born many years before that.
yeah. So Jake never told his parents, his brother, the lawyer friend, or other relatives. So
Dang, bro.
after me and husband got together, I went to go visit Jake. Husband was sweet as ever and gave me a ride. We kissed goodbye, and his mother saw us. When I entered the living room, she was livid. She started accusing me of cheating on Jake, calling me every horrible name in the book. The father joined in as well. So Jake, his brother, the lawyer friend, of course, and his future wife and I just stood there in shock. Eventually, they had to breathe, and that's when I said that Jake and I were friends, good friends, but nothing more. More screaming and cussing. Dude, why is OP a magnet for insane people?
People just hate OP for no reason
I
at all.
don't get it. Then Jake told his parents that I was right. I was a very good friend, but nothing more. They didn't believe him. So they're over here assuming that Jake and OP were in a relationship.
Yeah.
So OP kisses her husband. They're like, oh, you cheater. And they're like, oh, we're not in a relationship. And they're still like, no, you're evil, blah, blah, blah. Terrible name, expletive.
It'd be hilarious if Jake wears like pink button-down shirts that go down to here, and is just like very, very like slim and like very like no hair at all, and he's just blatantly looks like he likes other dudes, and they're like super upset about it.
It's kind of
That was oddly specific.
yeah. Do you have something you want to tell us, Ryan?
Yeah.
I do not have any pink shirts, and I have hair on my face.
I got a pink shirt,
I got a pink shirt.
but here's the thing though.
What?
It's in my closet.
Guess you're gonna have to get it out.
Guess
it's gonna have to come out.
Oh. So they said, you are decent enough to snag her. You should be lucky that she wants you. Ew, this talk was normal. The lawyer friend was the golden child, so they're talking down on him. Jake proceeded to drop the bomb, telling them that women were not his thing, but men were.
Whoa! Take that, parents.
Stunned silence. Then his mother stepped forward and slapped him across the face, screaming. I can remember the words of shame, sin, not as good as lawyer friend, despicable.
Aww.
Funny as they had considered themselves open-minded and weren't religious at all.
Whoa.
Dude. Lawyer friend and
Is
his
that worse?
yeah, right? It's like, you don't even have a reason to be. My God. Lawyer friend and his future wife had to stand in between them. The parents screamed at him to get out, that they kicked him out. Lawyer friend told Jake to get all of his things and leave. Lawyer friend was a new lawyer at this point. He was only friend.
He was starting his journey.
Yeah.
It's only friend.
He hadn't put the L in LF yet. Jake and I ran upstairs. He packed important documents, and I grabbed every bag that I could find. Every drawer in his closet was open, and as many of his clothes went into the bags as could fit. And I just threw them out of the window into the front yard. Screaming continued downstairs. Jake and I managed to get away after packing everything into Jake's car. We went to my husband's apartment, where lawyer friend and his future wife joined us after some time. Husband came home not long after. I also love how, like, by getting Jake's backstory, we also get the lore of OP and lawyer friend.
Yeah.
Dude.
It's all interconnected.
It's all connected. Lawyer friend could not take Jake in, as he has in-laws that were already staying there due to construction at their home. So what does W husband say? W husband says that Jake could stay with him.
Aw.
W husband
at their place. Aw.
It was during that time that husband and I had some financial problems. We discussed what Jake would contribute. So sadly, things got messy afterwards. A couple of examples that the parents did in random order, but not limited to this. 1, calling other relatives, outing Jake as a man who likes men, lying about everything that they could think of, substance abuse being a criminal, etc., etc.
He just likes dudes, man.
Dude, come on. That's good. When Jake was still living at home, he paid the electricity and water bill instead of his rent. His parents opened up all the faucets and turned on every electrical appliance they had, and even borrowed a portable air conditioner and left them running. 4, they called his workplace to get him fired, telling lies, which almost worked.
Oh, no.
Sounds like it didn't, thank God. Great suspicion that they damaged his car. Car windows were smashed, his tires were slashed, and the car was keyed. It happened more than once.
What?
Unfortunately, they got away. Number 5, the piece de resistance would be they and some homophobic family members ambushed him. He ended up in the hospital. No charges because he had no proof of them. CCTV caught some dark figures, but other relatives gave them an alibi.
Dude,
Jail.
He had his own thing happen to him like OP did.
Yeah, but what?
He had his own series happen.
That's true.
Like, we could literally read a series off of all these events if you went more in detail.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my gosh.
It was a mess. As luck would have it, husband and I were spared their wrath. It went on for months. Jake was no longer the man and friend that I knew. Then it all stopped. Lawyer friend came by when Jake was released back at our apartment. He simply told us that their parents would not be bothering him again.
Dude, low-key, conspiracy theory.
Yep.
Lawyer friend became a lawyer so he could prosecute his parents to go to jail because he knew that his parents were homophobic and he knew that his brother was gay. So he was like, I'm going to become a lawyer so that they can't hurt him.
That was the day that he put the lawyer in lawyer friend.
Yep. That's the day he put on the mask and became Batman.
He's lawyer brother.
I'm lawyer brother now.
Oh, man. Lawyer friend is Batman in this scenario.
He really kind of is. Like, he low-key was the unsung hero that we didn't really, like, think about him as, because, like, oh, obviously OP. She's the saint. She's the angel. She's a genius. But lawyer friend was there the whole time. Lawyer friend was there fighting the battles in court.
That is true. Either lawyer friend was the commissioner or Harvey Dent. He was Harvey Dent.
Oh,
but then he went bad.
Well,
before.
So
Harvey
alternate
Dent was
universe, he's Harvey Dent.
the White Knight.
Yep, the White Knight. And OP's the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
It should be Harvey Dent sometime for.
No.
Oh,
Dude, that'd be cool. Why? Why
You want to be
hating?
Harvey? You want to be Two-Face?
Yeah, you could do it.
You know, you got two
I
faces.
could put my hair up in a
You could be Joker.
ponytail.
You could pull off a Joker. though.
Because of the blonde one in the reboot.
Ooh, that's a
Okay,
good one.
okay.
You see, I've seen freaking movies.
He watches stuff.
I've watched a movie.
I hope you've seen The Dark Knight.
I've watched.
I'd be
a
the
movie.
Robert Pattinson Batman.
I haven't seen that one.
I'll be Michael Keaton.
Okay.
He simply told us that their parents would not be bothering him again. To this day, we have no clue what lawyer friend did or said, but it was true. Did he?
Oh yeah, no, that has to be. Come on, it's what
Did
Riley
lawyer
said.
friend become Batman that day when his parents were in the alley?
He said, I don't have a robber, but I'll take action matters in my own hands. Oh my God. They never bothered Jake again. Lawyer friend also removed them from his and his now wife's life. Although lawyer friend has never uttered a word on what he had said to their parents, I can guess. Picture lawyer friend like a trained and vicious hunting dog with the law as his leash.
So he's Batman.
He's Batman.
He's Law Batman.
He's law man.
He's Law Batman.
If he can use the law against you and he is given a reason, then I sincerely pity you. He won't hold back. Ouch. Until now, it has stayed quiet. We have another update.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Was that just like a side? Like
I feel like
have
we're
a
getting
side
a
quest.
Like a super
reboot.
side
Okay,
update.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be real, guys.
Yes.
The story's been great and everything. I think it's fake. I don't know why. You know what? Hot take. This is fake. She's trying. She got a lot of
she could be fluffing it up.
got a lot of karma on freaking Reddit. OP, please come to see me if this is not fake. I'm just gonna call you out.
Yeah.
It's been a journey. It's been a beautiful journey.
We
This
need
is
you on
great.
this.
This is entertainment. But like, she's rebooting another series. She's trying to do Schroot's
reboot.
Farm
It's
before
like a
the
prequel.
office is dying.
This is like a prequel. Yeah, it's like a side
she's
story.
trying to do that, and
Yeah.
we're gonna get a whole nother thing. And then guess what's gonna happen? We're gonna get the gay best friends Reddit, and he's gonna explain this whole series, which I would love to read. And
Oh,
stuff.
that would be another great follow-up
it's-
series.
It'll
like
be
a-
like the
yeah.
Avengers at the end, like they all
Yeah,
all
like the
join
Penguin
together.
series. They've made the Batman movie. Now they have the Penguin
Dude, you're
series. This is
so
what's happening.
right, dude.
Yeah.
Tell me
Because I
about
was
it.
like, what is this? I'm gonna lie. What does this part with Jake have to do with any
Yeah.
of the friends, or I mean the family?
I think she's giving us like super because
Because
like
look
a
how many
prequel.
freaking characters we have in this fucking series.
Yeah.
This is a movie. This is a TV series.
Where did this come from?
dude.
Come on. And then we got Jake and lawyer friend. Jake and lawyer friend have history. They're brothers.
Yeah. This is all tied too neatly.
Come
You
on.
know.
I don't know.
Maybe that
TBH,
it's
I
just a
could see
coincidence.
this, Riley. Thank you, Ashmere. I'm right there with you, Riley. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Like it was real until this part. Thank you, Ellie. I'm sorry.
Listen, we still have more to it.
Because guess what? Coddled entitled cousin, blabbermouth are in jail. There's nothing that's going to happen until 5 years from now. This is going to launch part 2 5 years from now when that happens.
And then we'll
This
do
series
this
never
series.
going to fucking end. And then guess what? Guess what's going to happen? OP's
What?
going to die. And guess who's going to take it? Her effing kids are going to take over the Reddit
Oh,
account
and then we're gonna get the
start
kid
doing
series.
that. And then
Yeah.
the blabber baby's going to have kids. And then they're going to have a trailer.
And then they're gonna fight.
And then they're going to fight. And he's going to turn into
They're
Dan.
gonna fight.
And then they're going to do a dash with Do It For Dan series. And it's never going to end.
I just want to have a fight. I'm just really upset about last night's story where the grandma didn't fight.
Dude, conspiracy is advertising for a writing career.
Could be. It was this all free marketing, which we all know I hate. Maybe. I don't know. I'm holding out hope.
Shut the stream off right now. Turn everything.
No.
Burn the
I'm holding out
videos.
hope. We have more
We
because
have to see. We have to see. I really just don't understand where this Jake thing came out of. They're like,
Because
this
she
is just a-
wants another. She wants a
it's like
prolonged
it's like-
series.
this was like a side story that was a prequel to Lawyer Friend. Like this is Lawyer Friend's backstory.
She's good though. She's good. This is entertaining. I love this.
but get ready for it.
No, stop.
Yeah.
Update.
Harriet
shut
said
up,
it doesn't
shut
even
up.
matter.
Update some
Okay.
more Mama Drama Part 2.
Oh, now we're back to
Part
it.
2, Part 2.
No,
Part
yeah,
2.
we had a little. We had to give you a
Part
little like fluff so we can work on the other drama.
Yeah, come on.
Get that all big.
We're building up
yeah.
our characters. We're building up our characters,
Oh my
okay?
God.
How do you have
Okay.
character development without the side series? So,
Okay.
lawyer friend decided to stand beside his younger brother and went no contact as well after the debacle 24-ish years ago. The parents were not invited to the wedding. They were not notified of the births of their grandchildren. No birthday parties, no Christmases, no New Year's, no other special days, nothing. The parents wailed and berated him for denying them their rights and not doing his duty by abiding to their will. So lawyer friend and the wife's reason for their no contact was they were horrified by what they had done. Another reason.
Wow. Sorry.
they're
Wow.
horrified.
I'm sorry that I'm a little mad right now. But like, she's like, he never spoke a word about what had happened. Now we get an update. Now we're gonna get explained to what had happened.
We're getting the word. We want to know. Another reason was that they did not want their children exposed to them. The parents were very disappointed when Jake wasn't a girl, as they had wanted a girl. Dude,
what the heck?
Again, you gotta make this plot really sticky. For
Dude,
Jake.
but listen. They wanted a girl so they could bring in another man into their life.
You got
Jake's
what you
doing
wanted.
that. You're getting another man into your life.
Literally,
come
you're
on.
getting what you wanted.
Come on. Think about it. Framework.
Due to an emergency hysterectomy, the mother could not have another child. The parents resented that because Jake wasn't a girl.
Wow. I thought he was a golden child though.
No,
Lawyer
it's
friend is the golden child.
Oh,
Lawyer
Jake.
friends.
So sorry.
Jake's
So sorry.
gay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We
I
got you.
understand now. Wow, that sucks.
Lawyer friends' views are that Jake being gay was the excuse they needed to do the things they did. So like they were just looking for an excuse to like berate and disown him and attack him. Later on, they were very afraid since their firstborn is a daughter, his parents would do everything they could to get their talons on her. Past talks of when you get pregnant with a girl, she must be named after lawyer friend and Jake's mom. And when you have a daughter, you must bring her to us so we can help/raise her properly. Gotta make sure we raise her right.
Yeah, more entitled parents. Lovely.
Hence the no contact. Part 2. The present.
They titled it Part 2.
They tell this part 2, bro. They know what they're freaking
This is
doing
part
to us.
2 of their part 2.
You know how many parts you have in your effing...
This is a lot of parts here, I'm not gonna lie.
It's like 1.5.
1.5.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
man,
1.5.
man,
That's what-
man,
Lion
man,
King.
man,
Lion King.
man. You know what? I think
I think Riley's on to
series
OP.
makes sense. And
Yeah.
I saw Lucy Ford's series. Something said that like she believes this is true because a lot happened in her life. That makes sense. A lot can happen in someone's life, but
Yeah.
I just feel like this online person has gotten a love for writing, and this is what's happening.
I'm still holding that hope. Not so long after Jake and his fiance arrived, I noticed some unusual activity. For my own peace of mind, I watched the recordings of our doorbell video every week. I noticed the same man and woman walking past our house, sometimes alone, sometimes together. They seem familiar.
Oh no!
But I couldn't place
Stop!
Wait,
I couldn't place my finger on it.
Riley's over it.
We've broken Riley with this series. We've actually broken Riley.
He's calling it.
He's calling it right now.
Special promotion for select cartridge.
Just for calling today, we're offering you a free medical alert device. You
Let's
know,
go.
I
it's
need
a
that. I need that.
life-saving button you can wear around your neck in case of an emergency.
I need that.
These devices are often very expensive.
Is this literally an
Dude.
Amber Alert?
Riley is spiraling.
Dude, they just sent me a freaking thing for a life alert. It was
That's
a
great.
life alert hotline.
Yeah.
So John could have something around his neck when he falls in the shower.
Dude, I'm safe now. I'm good to go.
Goodness gracious.
When my knees get to wobbling, my thing will be to a collar.
Help, I've fallen. I can't get up.
I can't.
Hey, no free sponsors.
No sponsors.
All
Anyways,
right, back to the story.
so, thank you. Husband watched as well the tapes of the doorbell, but we didn't know who they could be.
I know exactly who they are. They are Jake's mom and dad trying to find Jake and his new greatest love so
We don't
they
know
can
that.
berate him.
We don't know that. We don't know that. As husband and I were speculating, Jake came in and asked what we were doing. Before we could answer, the color drained from his face as he spat out, "Those are my friends. Those are my friends and not my
friends?
parents."
Oh, okay, sure.
Just
sure.
kidding. Those are my parents.
Hey,
I
language.
called that!
Language.
I called that from a half a mile away.
Language.
God,
You're at your
when
F-
did the editor's gonna bleep this out?
You're at your F limit. You're at your F
Golly!
limit.
I called that. You're
was
not good. I know what you're gonna say, OP.
He was sure.
This can't happen.
Jake had a panic attack.
Why does everyone in this fucking story have OP's address?
Well, she's like the billionaire. She's like the Great Gatsby.
Truly, though.
Everyone,
She is like the
This makes no sense. How does everyone get her address and knows where everyone's at?
word of
Does she have a
mouth.
tracker? Does everyone in the world have her tracker?
She probably posted it like, "Hey, I got a mansion. Come to my pool party."
Nah, she's hiding her address, dude. She's got her hired security militia holding her down.
Back to the story, John.
Back to the story.
Before Riley breaks, he's already broken. Just keep going.
Those are my parents. He was sure. Jake got a panic attack. The fiance managed to calm him down, and they retired for the night. Now, we were wondering on the reasons why some demon would let them out of their lair. I gave lawyer friend a call. I sent him the video and he invites us to his house. We talked and have no clue as to why these two wastes of oxygen are here and how they knew that A, I lived here, and B, Jake was here.
Yeah, how did they know that? I would like to know too.
You know, I was a doormat. Yeah, trauma. But that changed. I don't take crap from anyone. Not from family, but least of all from these demons who hurt my best friend so much. Lawyer friend and I devised a plan.
Oh, I bet you did.
A plan to smoke them out to make sure they would crawl back to the hellhole they came from.
They're like Batman
Never
and
returned.
Robin.
Yep.
It's true.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Of course they are. I
The
wonder
dynamic
how.
duo. Lawyer friend helped OP, and now this is OP's chance to
Help lawyer friend.
Wow.
Oh my, she's
lawyer friend,
tying
that's so
the
crazy.
bow.
It's
She's
beautiful.
tying the
Okay,
bow.
okay, lawyer friend.
Ball.
Lawyer friend, let's just do what you've done for everyone else. Do a no contact order and have them go away. Restraining order. That's easy. Just do that. Don't,
We'll see.
we don't have to make a
We'll see.
plot line out
Language.
of this, okay?
Silence, Riley. First, I call my parents. When all the crap from the past hit the fan, my parents became Jake's surrogate parents. They stepped up and informally adopted Jake as a son. They talk regularly and have formed a strong bond over the years, and they accepted him as he was and still do.
Okay, sorry. Another thing. How do we not know that Jake was their friend? Like earlier in any of these stories, like, oh, by the way,
That's what
the reason
I'm
why we know
saying.
lawyer friend is because Jake and da-da-da-da-da.
He wasn't
Where did this-
involved yet.
yeah, where
he hadn't said, "Oh, I'm getting married" yet.
If you're gonna do another spinoff, at least put the plot.
At
or
least
the
put like
seed
a
earlier
like
in
a
the
cameo,
thing.
like a cameo at the beginning.
I'm taking a piss. I can't.
John
Jake-
back.
Yeah.
He's gonna break the studio.
Let's keep reading. So,
All right,
we're gonna keep going.
go ahead, John. It's only you, me now.
Let's go. After explaining who showed up, my parents promptly called Jake and told him and his fiance to spend a few days with them. They wanted to see the fiance in the flesh. My mother wanted to put him through her bullcrap exam, and he passed, and they had some quality time together. Now that Jake was somewhat safe, lawyer friend and I went on our merry way to do what we thought was necessary. I work with private investigators and called in a couple of favors.
Where were the private investigators this entire time?
Hey. She didn't want to mix work with pleasure. Business with pleasure. Didn't want to mix business with pleasure. Riley's yelling from the bathroom, but I'm not listening to that right now. So, a task for them. Dig up everything on Jake's sperm and egg donor. The good, the bad, and the ugly, and the dark crap that would make people's blood run cold. For good measure, I let them investigate every relative as well, just in case they tried wearing capes and to come.
Oh my
to the
God, she
rescue.
knows. She knows they're superheroes.
She knows they're superheroes or supervillains.
The fact
Avengers.
that she made that reference is like breaking the fourth wall.
Yes, it freaking is breaking
No.
the fourth wall
No
because
fourth
we
wall.
know this is.
We're all there. We're safe to go. So, some of these fine people were very giddy when I explained what I needed. Still couldn't figure out why. Did they deliver? Oh my, did they? Everything they gave me went straight to lawyer friend. So I will save you the details, but they dug and they dug deep. Some specifics can't be shared due to the fact that these things can trace back to certain specific people. Now, I don't like lawsuits if I'm the one being sued. What can be shared is that, amongst other things, my country's equivalent of the IRS had a field day with the demonic spawns. Investigation is still ongoing, but it's not pretty. Any relatives that tried to defend them were given a very not so nice warning to stay out of it. They didn't? Well, certain information got to certain people, and many different kinds of lawyers are getting their paycheck. Not a peep from relatives again. So, Jake and lawyer friend's parents did come to our door when they found out. Quite funny how 80-year-old people will try to threaten you.
Just like push them and they're fine. Like one fall away
One
from a bad
uppercut.
day.
Dude, they called the hotline, though. They're ready. They have someone ready to pick them back up. They're safe. They're going to go. They're going to live another day.
Oh my gosh.
So, too bad for them that our dogs, LaFo and Fufu, had a play date and they weren't pleased to be interrupted. Lawyer friend loved to be the one to send that cease and desist letter. The demonic parents called lawyer friend's law firm after that and berated him for quote unquote not honoring his parents. I had the absolute joy of listening in on that conversation as I had an appointment with lawyer friend. Honestly, that man should get a patent on Poker Face. I will not disclose the exact content, but some very nasty truths.
Just go ahead and state them. Maybe you ran out of content.
But some very nasty truths were being said before lawyer friend disconnected the call. So, for the reason as to why the demonic came to our house, wouldn't we like to know? These demonic people found out that Jake had returned home. After all that happened in the past, Jake and the parents were no contact with the other party. Lawyer friend and wife chose to side with Jake and went no contact as well. Turns out that even Demon Spawn needs assistance, and they thought that they could bully, cajole, and gaslight Jake into doing so. Their master plan was to isolate Jake and then gang up on him to do what was needed to make him help them. They believed it was Jake's duty to do so as repayment for them raising him, and since he was gay, he needed to do this for his great failure. They did not try anything with lawyer friend because, as entitled as they might be, they weren't stupid and they knew that it might go wrong. It still went wrong, but that was because lawyer friend and I decided to proactively, figuratively dig their graves for them. Even after the cease and desist letter, those idiots still had the nerve to come back once more and tell me that if I had been a good woman, I would have made Jake normal again. I simply told them that he was a good man, a good uncle, a good brother, and a good friend, and so on. I told them that he was all of those things and more, despite their lack of love and their resentment. Everything they denied him is something he gave back 100-fold to others. Then I told them that if they didn't leave, they would get to know our lovely dog LaFoe and the local law enforcement. They quickly left, and they never bothered us again. Now we are enjoying a well-deserved holiday. Our children are helping with some last things for the wedding and are having a blast with fiance and Jake. I'm surrounded by my family, those by blood and those by choice. I get to see my best friend marry his great love and live his life happily ever after. Finally, at last. And I have some great news, guys. Or some, I don't know if it's great news, but it's news.
Is it another series? Is it another spin-off series?
No spin-off series.
Is it another spin-off series of, okay, we already have some inheritance. We have some crazy abduction series. We got some homophobic parents.
Yep.
Are we going to find out that freaking,
The kids
I don't
are
know,
really bad.
hubby has like a long-lost brother somewhere? Do we find out that the kids are like, going to go to a different college or something that they didn't want to go to?
What we're going to find is that this, and I double checked to make sure, is the final update in this entire series.
OP, if you want to get your nut off, just make another Reddit account and do this story on it, because that would have been great. That would have been phenomenal. That would have been a great story on its own. But you had to. You couldn't resist the urge to mush it with this, okay? I believed you for everything until this. Why are you a magnet? Why are you a magnet of all this crazy stuff? I don't understand. Are
Money.
people like this?
Money.
Credit
You
karma.
know what? Hustle. I love the hustle.
No free sponsors.
Keon, could you go to that Reddit link and go to OP and see if there's any other updates? Because I'm pretty sure the last update I
gonna
saw
pee
was
while you
3
do that.
months ago.
Okay.
But we got the final
Would it
update here.
be the
John's going to
link?
use the bathroom.
Would it be on that last link?
It would be on that last link, yes. We have some donos. Let me read the donos. Ugly Old Bat, thanks for the $5. Riley, since you are Southern, you're forgetting to use bless your heart. Sorry, I feel like when people say use bless your heart, it's like, don't call me Mr. Wilson. That's my dad's name. I feel like that. Like, I don't say bless your heart. That's what my mom says. Bob Ross, thanks for the $5 for the happy accident emergency hat, emergency alarm, red phone call. My theory is it's different people logging onto the account and writing their own excerpts with only some information from the previous person.
It's like telephone.
Mother effer. It's a telephone
Merde.
series. Someone give Riley granola bar. I'm full. I'm just sick of this story. I understand that it's a 5-part series, and I was all in it for Do It For Dan. That had some character arcs going on. There was a lot of different aspects of it. But like, how can this person's life go so crazy? I don't know. It just, as soon as you did the lawyer thing, lawyer friend with Jake being the brother, that's where you lost me. I don't know. We got this last update coming on, everyone. Sorry that I maybe have burst some people's bubble, but that's just my thoughts on
There's
it.
no other update.
There's no other update?
There's
Okay,
no
good.
other update.
Make another Reddit account, OP, and do some stuff there. How's everyone's not going? Huh? Everyone, you have
Too many
everyone here
F-bombs.
has seen my day progress. If you asking Riley, how was your day? This was my day. And we're not even done yet. We got to read so many more stories. Riley, your time a month? No, it's not my time a month. I'm just heated that the story's wrong.
Oh my god. So
God.
I'm gonna give some thoughts before this.
Do it. What do you got to say about this? No way you think this is real.
We have one final update, so I'm reserving my judgment till the very end. So, you know what I'll say? I'm happy.
Good.
I'm happy because we've been through a lot.
Yes, we have. Every single one of us here have been
Every
through
single
so
one of us has
fucking
been through
much.
a lot.
Sorry for the grossing.
And
I'm
you
just
know,
done.
and I am glad to see the growth from everyone.
The growth?
I just
me
looked
too.
at Riley in the eyes and I just couldn't. Oh my god.
Go on. What are your thoughts, John?
Oh my god, I'm excited for the growth, and honestly, I listen. Whether you're right, whether I'm right, I am just I am curious to see what this final update holds.
Me too.
I'm curious to see.
Me too. What long lost brother do you have coming into this next story?
we don't know. We don't know.
Tell me, right now.
Jem says big protein. I think less caffeine.
No, more. I have hit my quota today.
Yeah, your quota's up. But guys,
I got half. This is half full.
it's half full. Let's close this out.
Close it out.
Thank
4-part
God!
series. Final update. Final update. The passing of mother-in-law.
Oh well, there it is. It's like anime. It's like Goku dies.
New episode. Goku
New episode. Goku dies. Like, all right, there it is.
Wow,
In this
now,
episode,
now we're
Goku
killing
dies.
off our characters. Wow, so original.
Hold on. Pipe down, Riley.
Literally
So-
the TLDR.
After seeing Jake marry Great Love, the Great Love's remaining parents passed away. It was expected, and they left with dignity and love. We stayed for all the services and left. And after wrapping up all the ends concerning Great Love's parents, now Jake's husband, Jake and his husband moved to our home country. They are staying with my parents in search for their own home. It's a win-win situation. They get to save money as well as help with their utilities, and my parents get some home care for some very loving and qualified people. Unfortunately, we have our new.
Yeah, what else happened, huh?
Unfortunately, we have our new sorrows. Riley, shush. My mother-in-law, husband's loving mother, has passed away. She fell down the stairs and broke her leg. Surgery is needed. She came out all right, and she got home, and she was recovering well. Then came the signs of infection. When the doctors examined it, they saw the infection was far more severe than anticipated. Okay, that's a concern, but manageable. Some stronger antibiotics. A hospital saying everything should be all right. Right? Wrong. Turns out that she needed another surgery. Tissue had turned necrotic. And
Whoa.
That's crazy.
they needed to
That's
operate
wild.
and remove the afflicted tissue. We were worried, but we remained positive. Then the doctors dropped the biggest bombshell. It turns out after some other tests, the chances of her heart, liver, and kidneys failing during surgery was absurdly high. Basically, she would pass away on the operating table. So the only news is that she's going to pass away whether or not she had the surgery. I still don't comprehend how this works exactly and how they knew this for sure. Heartbroken doesn't begin to describe how we felt. Father-in-law bought her a home. Hubby and I were helping arrange some palliative care and everything else. Family and friends were called to have say their goodbyes, and after 5 days, the sleep medication was given. Father-in-law talked with Blabbermouth, her lawyer, and brother-in-law. They are in contact with the lawyer friend about the funeral and the no-contact order that is still in place. They make the arrangements. The details concerning her temporary release from prison is not something we are dealing with. We simply told lawyer friend that we wanted the no-contact order to be upheld. We all wanted to say our goodbyes to mother-in-law and not have any drama. Mother-in-law said her goodbyes to her loved ones. We know that Blabbermouth could say goodbye, but had to return to prison. Told me and hubby that she was sorry and she wanted our family to be whole. We forgave her.
Dude, that is tough. I believe this.
Yeah.
I believe this part, but that is so tough. Oh.
She passed away Tuesday early morning. Her funeral would be the next Monday. Today, lawyer friend will call us for the final arrangements concerning Blabbermouth's attendance. I'm really sorry if this post is a bit scrambled.
That's tough.
That's the end of the series.
No way. That's how
cow.
you end it? That's like The Sopranos, where it's just like
Yep.
a fade to black.
Yep.
Like, what happened?
Yep. You know what happens is we're going to have to do this 5 years from now whenever more updates happen.
That's
We're
ridiculous.
Yep. Well,
We're
John did the first part of this series. This is like the last half. John did the first part of this mega saga like a year ago, and we had to wait.
And this was
Yeah.
like a catch up. Okay,
And this is
'cause
catch up. So we're gonna definitely get a catch up in like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
I did look to see if there's any updates. This update, the mother-in-law passing away 20 days ago.
Oh wow,
Not even a month.
wow.
Whoa.
Okay, because the one before that was
3 months.
months ago,
So this
20
was
days ago.
20.
So she's gonna keep updating because the last one
She
was
might
4
have
months ago.
updates.
This one's 20 days ago. We know we're gonna get one. Like we're
We
just
gotta
gonna
get
wait
one.
a few years.
We
for
might
the
have to record it
compilation
with
for
I think we
everyone.
got to look into the new year.
What
Someone
do you
just,
mean you're gonna record me? I'm still gonna be here.
All right, guys.
I ain't leaving.
Final thoughts.
Final
Closing out.
thoughts.
Final thoughts.
That sucks for the mother-in-law. That really
It
does.
sucks to the mother-in-law.
It doesn't suck. She's dead. How can it suck for her when she's dead?
God.
Okay, Riley's on timeout.
Riley's on
This
timeout.
is gonna be John
You know
and
what? Here we
Keon
go, here we go.
time. John, what did you think about that?
We learned lots of good lessons here. We
Yes.
learned that you should be generous, but be cautious, especially when giving away money. We learned that with people like the mother-in-law, people that are siding with other people, you can give them a chance to redeem and see if they come back, but also not let them into your life to where they can continue to bring back horror into your life. Whether or not this was 100% factual or not, these lessons are still true.
Yeah.
Very much so.
These lessons
agree.
are still true.
I agree. She writes with a purpose.
The fact that OP still held her generosity throughout everything, still guarded it and built up her own boundaries, but was able to still keep the kindness and generosity in her heart at the same time, I think was probably my biggest takeaway. It's something that I'll walk away with
Yeah.
and take into real life.
It's crazy because you've seen it from start to end.
I've seen the whole thing.
There's so many plot holes here that I'm what happened to the youngest? What's going to happen?
Oh, we'll get updates later.
We'll see.
We're
know
only
for
on
a
phase
fact.
2 right now, guys. Phase 3 is coming out next year.
Next year.
Got to wait a couple of years for that to get in production.
So guys, that's about it.
That is it.
So if you love us, just make sure to subscribe.
We love you
and see you tomorrow.